We've always heard, keep your head still. Well, there's a few reasons why you keep your head still. The first one is you're looking straight out of your head. That's the best field of view for you. If you were to catch a golf ball, turn your head to the side and kind of look out the corner of your eye, you're not as accurate in your catching or your doing as you are when you're looking straight out from your eye. So that's why they like the eyes pointed at the ball. When the head stays still, your ears stay still. They stay level. We get our balance from our ears. If the swimming pools in our ears go off like this, we lose our balance. So head stays still, keeps the ears level. And then the last thing is this is the top stability point of your swing. We want to keep this in the same spot to keep your swing on the best line possible. So having something to give me a bit of a barrier that says, hey, this is where you are, this is where you have to stay, usually leads to some good ball striking. You know, the fastest way to make a swing change is to get the golfer to worry about hurting themselves or hurting somebody else. And I think that by putting up barriers in our space to give us an idea of where we're supposed to go and where we're not allowed to go is a great way to make a good swing change quick and develop a feel from proper mechanics. So when I set up and I have this stick in the ground right here, this is giving me a chance to kind of recognize, hey, where does my head start? Where does it stay? And where is it allowed to move relative to this ball? So I start with it just slightly touching my cheek here. And then from there, I can get up to the top with the same touch of my cheek and all the way through without it bouncing or moving off the stick. It gives me a really good idea of where it has to stay stable and what can move. You know, this doesn't just give me an idea of where my head has to stay. This gives me an idea of where my club can swing. This prevents me from swinging out on it too much and across the golf ball because the club's going to hit this steel stick. So the more that I can put a barrier in place where I need it, the easier it is for me to feel and to see what it is I have to do to be better at my move. So for a golfer who comes across the golf ball, the stick on the outside of the target line, you know, angled up above the swing plane, right? There's your swing plane. So it's definitely above it, gives you some room to miss. But the golfer that unwinds early, that comes over it, might hit it up here on the stick, might hit it down there on the stick. This gives you a sense of where an inline or inside, shallower arc of this club head's going to go. So this one's a fun one. I now have the stick on the forward side of the ball. And the idea here is to make sure that the golfer continues with their swing kind of through the golf ball, inside a little bit, and up a little bit more. It's kind of like tracing the forward side of your swing as compared to always tracing the back side of the swing. So I've got this set up, probably 2 golf balls in front of that one. You know, I can nuzzle this up right against my cheek to make sure that I stay nice and still right there. But the idea here is to make sure when I swing that my club keeps going and I don't move too far forward of that stick.